And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Guys, in today's video, of course, we're going to be going over today's headline. Liverpool set for astonishing £415 million transfer boost under new Premier League rules. We're also going over the 5 major talking points from yesterday's win. As stated in today's first video, again, great to get back to winning ways. We had to wait a week after the defeat. The defeat left a dirty taste in all our mouths, of course, after the Arsenal match. However, it hasn't been plain sailing for Liverpool at this moment in time with regards to kind of the injuries, the illnesses that happened in the build-up to the game. But to get 3 points on the board is the most important thing, and we regain our spot at the top of the league. In today's first bit, guys, as stated, I'm going to go over the 5 major talking points from the match. Sluggish start. Liverpool were in a serious need of reaction following the disappointment of last weekend, and at first it didn't look as though we'd necessarily get one. Burnley grew in confidence as the first period wore on and were good value for their equaliser on the stroke of half-time. Vincent Kompany stuck to his much maligned principles as his side looked to cause us problems, but they were equally capable of stifling Liverpool as they looked to carve out openings early on. Ultimately, Burnley are already preparing for life in the Championship, but the Reds make them look more than adequate when they didn't particularly need to. Forward still firing in Mo's absence. Salah hasn't pulled on a Liverpool shirt since the New Year's Day, but Jurgen Klopp's attacking players have not let him down in the meantime. Diogo Jota, Luis Diaz, Darwin Núñez all got on the score sheet, and that is now 22 goals in 8 games since the Egyptian has been away. One can only assume Salah feels like a caged animal at the moment, making the front three a frightening prospect when he can be added back in. Elliot shines off of the bench again. Quietly, Harvey Elliot is having a hugely impressive season despite having been predominantly utilised as a squad player for the majority so far. The 20-year-old was introduced for the still returning Trent AlexanderArnold at the interval and was involved in everything positive the Reds produce going forward. Many will rightly point out that he deserves more starts, but the competition for places and his ability to make such an impact off of the bench makes him an ideal candidate when changes need to be made. With Dominic Szoboszlai set to be out for the next few weeks, it would be no surprise if Elliot is knocking on the manager's office door next week. Suffering on the injury front. Trent AlexanderArnold withdrawal at the break, having been a pre-planned substitute at the Emirates, was an understandable cause for concerns among supporters. He was perhaps forced to prematurely returning to the starting 11 against Arsenal due to the absence of Conor Bradley, but relying on Curtis Jones to fill in at right back for 45 minutes wasn't an ideal solution for a side making a title push in February. Klopp doesn't seem to think it's a serious issue, so we shall have to wait and see how that develops. Things had only been looking up on the fitness front in recent weeks, but the rigours of competing in 4 competitions appear to be showing, and we could do with getting a bit more luck in the coming months. Endo restores midfield balance. The return of Wataru Endo from the Asian Cup posed a number of questions about the immediate future of the midfield. Alexis McAllister has been imperious in the number 6 position, while the Japan captain was away in Qatar, but the fact Endo slotted straight back in shows the regard in which is held by the manager. Instead, McAllister was given the freedom to express himself further up the pitch, and the World Cup winner looked in his element as a more traditional central midfielder. Klopp has options at his disposal, and that will only increase when Szoboszlai makes his return. So as stated, guys, it is another 3 points on the board for Liverpool, and as stated there, went through all the major talking points, but yeah, clearly to conclude, it's good to see Endo's back. It's also very good to see the impact that Harvey Elliot makes. You know, he's always still questioned within the sort of Liverpool support, especially on social media. However, I do think he's a fantastic player, and he showed that quality again yesterday. So yeah, great to see, and now we look forward. We've got Brentford, then we've got Luton, of course, in sort of a double week header, if you like, but we need 6 points that are a need must for us. We need to just keep on fighting and keep on going. It's going to be like this. It's going to be relentless to the end of the campaign, and simply we need to go at it, but certainly it will help when we get those injuries back. Now, whilst a lot of talk around the Liverpool space has been, you know, with regards to the quadruple bush and all those things, you know, one eye is slightly on next season. We can't help it. We're humans. We're always never really living in the moment, which is something I'm trying to learn to do in life, especially getting to the point where I'm in my mid-20s, if you like, always trying to live in the moment. And, as football fans, we're always looking for the next thing, the next thing, next thing. Whilst I'm trying to live in the moment at this time, we're also looking towards the summer in anticipation of who could be the next manager and all those kind of things. But Football Insider have revealed Liverpool are set for an astonishing £415 million transfer boost under new Premier League rules. Yes, the transfer budget at Liverpool could be about to rocket to an astonishing level. This is what they had to say. Liverpool will be free to spend a minimum of £415 million if the 24-25 if the new financial regulations are implemented, Football Insider have revealed. All 20 Premier League clubs attended a meeting on Thursday evening to discuss the replacing the current profit and sustainability rules. The new regulations proposed would align with UEFA's policies that cap spending to a percentage of the club's overall revenue. The cap includes spending on transfer fees, wages and agents' fees, and is expected to be limited to 85% of revenue for clubs outside the European competitions. Clubs competing within Europe will be capped at 70%. As per the 2024 Deloitte Football Money League, Liverpool generated revenue of £593 million over the last year, ranking them 7th in the world in terms of finances. If the Premier League passes the vote to introduce new regulations, it would free up Liverpool to spend a staggering £415 million based on their current revenue levels. A majority of that budget would be taken up by their £261 million wage bill, but that would still leave the Merseyside club with significant transfer budget for new signings. The Reds are currently on the lookout for a new manager following Jurgen Klopp's announcement that he will leave Anfield at the end of the 23-24 season. The new manager chosen to replace Klopp could therefore be in line to inherit a huge transfer budget for the 24-25 season if the new Premier League regulations are passed. So as stated, guys, that's quite a refreshing thing. I've not been in all about this FFP crap and the profitability and sustainability rules. It's very much blurred lines at this moment in time. And I do, we're a top 6 club and I don't think we've been great with spending, but I think it's a rule in line to try and look after the top 6, if you like. I do think, especially you should be able to spend a bit more money. So having a look at these new and proposed rules does help the Premier League out in total, but certainly would free up a lot of funds. I think Liverpool have always been in the FFP good books, if you like, have always ran sustainable, and we're never really in those sort of lines of being in trouble. But stated there, we could have a lot of money to be able to spend, which I do think is imperative with a brand new manager coming in, that they do have a bit of a war chest to try and bring in some players that they can. Whilst this team is a well-oiled machine, if you like, it's still good to try and add your own additions and implement your own style of play and implement your own ideas, which I do believe the new manager, at this moment in time looking like it was Xabi Alonso, will certainly get. But Liverpool fans, do let me know your final thoughts on the victory of Burnley. Have I missed anything out in the 5 major talking points? And of course, let me know your thoughts on Football Insider's reveal down there in the comment section below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.